In this video here, I'm literally going to give you guys a guide of exactly what I did from a year and a half to literally every single thing we done, step by step, every single thing. And I'm not going to hold back on anything. I have no point. And at the end of the day, I've spent over $50,000 in coaching and mentoring just for me to achieve this. I was able to achieve this because I was willing to spend money. I was willing to learn. And if you're willing to learn also, and you're willing to sit down and watch this whole video and listen step by step to exactly what I did to go and achieve and make about $352,000 online in just a year and a half, I don't see a reason why you should not be able to do that. You know, it was hard, and at the end of the day, it was, obviously it's not going to be just like easy where you just go boom. As you can see on the stripe too, there's a big, it's like a roller coaster, really, exactly. It starts off slow, and then boom, you just start making a lot of money. Then it kind of goes down, and from there, you start changing processors just because, like, we didn't really trust Stripe. But yeah, let's going to get into it. All right, everyone. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how my agency went ahead and collected a total of $352,000 in a span of 1.5 years. As long as you stay locked in and you generally take away from a lot of things I say in this video, you will take something out of it. If you have no clients, I have exactly a step by step where you're gonna go ahead and do, and obviously I'll tell you guys. And then if you already have clients in place, let's say maybe at 5K a month, maybe 2K a month, or maybe at 10K a month, or maybe at 15K a month, you will take something from this because I show you exactly what we did different on our agency and how we were able to achieve a 4 to 5x ROAS every single month, super easily. At first, it was like 8, 9x, but as you get better at marketing, and obviously I just spend more on ads, it's basically gonna be a little bit of diminishing returns. But I'm going to show you guys exactly where. So, first off, you probably have no idea who I am, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys just a little rundown of my whole journey. And as you can see, this is gonna be our QuickBooks right here, about $352,000. Sorry about that. And right here is my journey. In 2023 is when we started agency around September. As you can see, these are all pictures I've taken in 2023. This is me right here on my laptop. This is, man, I think October of 2023. I'm trying to flex my high level for our first ever client, saying that he has a 6K close. He made money. I think I'm the G. I think I'm the man. This is the car I was driving at that moment. Literally at that moment, this is the car I was driving. I was in school. Before these pictures, I was actually in school, in college. As you can see, I'm literally in a college classroom right here. This is math class. I used to never, dude, I never cared. To be honest, I never cared. And right here, this was my 9 a.m. I think maybe the one time I went there, I used to skip my 9 a.m.s like it was nothing, bro. I was just skipping. It's crazy. And then also right here is a Snapchat post I made. This was early May-ish. I went to New York for one day. I went to see my uncle, and then I went to Times Square by myself. And I remember I was just seeing people that are just rich, man. People seeing, a nice Mercedes. And right here is exactly, I was like, okay, I gotta make a change for myself. Like, I can't live what I'm doing right now because I'm not doing shit in school. I'm doing absolutely nothing. And I always knew that I don't want to go to school, but I'm just kind of forced to, obviously by parents and everything. But yeah, and then in 2024 comes around, it changed quick, to be honest. This was my 2023, and in 2024, this is exactly what happened. So as you can see right here, this was me in New York at the end of 2023, and right here was April. I bought an F82 M4. This is literally the day I got it. Like, I'm talking like an hour after I got it. Man, I felt like the man. I finally got the car. I kind of just bought it. To be honest, it wasn't more like I really wanted it. I'll show you guys exactly what I really wanted. Like I really wanted this car. Like, I'll be honest, I wanted it. But the thing is that, like, it was more like I'm gonna go buy F82. It is what it is. And here was June and July. We went to Mexico. We went to Tulum. We went to Tulum, and Cancun, and Cabo. Amazing, man. I just felt like the man, to be honest. Like, it was at the point in my life where I was just like, damn, like, it's kind of crazy how, like, if you generally stay very disciplined at what you do, what you can achieve. So, and then obviously right here, this is in Mexico. I just felt like, a little guru right here, I guess, or whatever you want to say. But yeah, this was a penthouse that we got in Cancun. My favorite place. If I'm going back, so I really like Cabo more, but the place we had in Cancun was the best. It was like a little penthouse. It was me and it was me and my partner, and then also have how I had one of my boys kind of slide, and his kind of deal with us, but man, it was amazing. And then I fast forward to 2025. This is my setup. As you can see, you know, it's one thing I really wanted, a nice setup, and I finally got one. And this is the car that I really wanted, my dream car. You know, it was either MA or M5, but I think I went with the MA. It just looks better, in my opinion. It's more sporty. The M5 is it's nice, it's chill, but the MA was just a lot more sportier, and it's the same engine as the M5. So, and then obviously this is the house that I moved into, and it's amazing, man. I love the house. Everything's cool. I prefer having like a nice car over a house, but I kind of just did it because moved in with a few roommates. I kind of we're on the same like same I guess mindset. We're all trying to make it out. We're all trying to make money online. So it's a really nice house. It's really nice, and the people that are here, it's amazing. And but yeah, so let's get into it. So this is our basically our Stripe screenshots. As I showed you guys in the first video, we stopped using Stripe, but I'm just gonna kind of show you guys. So I kind of want to show you guys how fast basically everything can change. On September 1st is when we made a Stripe account actually. $0 was made that whole month. Absolutely $0. But the thing is that we're waking up every day and still putting in the work. Because you have to realize, you want to get these results, you have to put the work in. So we're still waking up every single day and putting the work in. And then right here was in December, we made 1.4K online. It was the first time we ever made money online. Basically, we're like, man, like I felt like the man. And I'll show you guys exactly how we did this. I'll show you guys exactly how we made this. And this is what helped us make this. So basically, at this stage right here, we have no money. Right here, we made 1.4K online. That's what we have to earn. And then right here is $37,000 was made in January. So I don't know why it says here. So, I mean, oops, in March, my fault. March 1st, you can see from March 1st, so all in March 31st, we made $37,000. Literally, it's insane. It's crazy to me. December, $1,000 was made, and then $37,000 was made in March, and then April we did about 39. May we did about $40,000, and as you can see, we had a 10K day. That's the richest I ever felt, to be honest. Yes, like I know it sounds like a lot of money, but I'll tell you, as you just keep going, and as you just make more money, it kind of just becomes like a standard. And like I was getting I was used to making 4K a day, maybe 3K a day. One day we make maybe let's say 2K, one day we make 5K, maybe almost like 7K. But right here was where like we made 10 grand, like $10,000 in one day. So I was like, damn, like I remember that day still. I actually saw one of my hometown friends and I took him out to somewhere. We just kind of spent a little bit of money. Like I remember like seeing one out. I was like, dude, the bill's on me, man. We made 10K today. It's crazy. But so let's go and get into the how to actually make money part. And right here is a little like a circle moment. So you need clients. You want to make money, you need clients. That's the most important. If you don't have clients, you can't make money. So if you're just starting out and you don't have money, even if you have money, I still recommend to start with the SMS Blast part and kind of get used to you booking appointments, you nurturing them, having like a solid offer. And I'm going to explain to you guys how to go and create a really good offer, because that's how we seem like why we went really fast, because we came up with a really good offer that the market has not seen, or it has seen it, but we see very different on the sales calls. Now, SMS Blast, and it's very simple. Turn it on. It's very simple. This is the way that we were able to print 4 to 8 appointments a day. I remember one day we booked like 9 appointments, but on average you can book about 5 to 6 appointments a day if you literally just do this. So, I guess the first step was that you want to scrape leads from Google Maps, and we use a tool called Data Miner, or there's way more tools you can get, but you basically just go on Google Maps. You go to like an area, let's say in Miami, whatever. You zoom out, you turn on the tool. Actually, you first want to look up your niche. Basically either dental, roofing, or let's say like solar. Just any niche. Once you look it up, or show like a list of a lot of people, you scroll all the way down to the last one. You turn on the scraper. Now you scraped every single name, phone number, email, and website. Pretty much everything you need. And then you want to go and send basically like a text out, right, to all those people. We used to do about 1,000 to, I said $1,500 on average. On some days, around 2K. One day we did like 3K. This really depends on how many appointments you want, but ideally you want to get as many appointments as possible. That's your main goal right now. You want to get as many appointments on the calendar. So you go ahead on your first text. You want it to be very baity. Not like a bait, but you don't want to send your offer yet. You just want to make it like a text that has a high response rate. By that I mean, so how we did is that you go ahead and you look like a homeowner. Like for example, hey, are you guys available for new roofing projects? It's kind of like I'm just like a homeowner. I'm just curious, if you can take me as a job, right? If they respond, they always say yes. If they say no, I think I got like a few no's, but they'll always say yes. On this, 1,000 texts out, we'll get like 100 responses a day. 1,000 texts, we get like 100 responses. Yes, we're available. And then, boom, you paste it with your offer. And make sure as soon as you see that respond, go and respond with your offer. Great. I'm reaching out because we're looking for just 3 more roofers in the USA to go and test drive our new, basically, your offer. And then in just 30 days, and you only pay once you get the guarantee. Now, if you're just starting out, I recommend to do an offer that's very easy to say yes to. As you can see, this is a very easy offer to say yes to. If I was a roofing company and I get this text saying, "Hey, you want to try this? I'll give you appointments, and then you only pay if I actually give you those appointments, and they have to be really good appointments for you to pay me." Yeah, boom, give them a call. So as soon as you get a response, you're going to give them a call. There's a little delay here because man, we're getting so many responses that it was just a lot of people to call. But as soon as you get that response, you're going to call them, and now on that call, you pretty much you're just trying to get some information from them. Like here, I'll give you like a really good example. Hey, is this Kyle? Hey Kyle, this is Mo from ABC Agency. I just shot you a text about our offer or XYZ offer, and I saw you responding, yeah, and I know like you're open to learn more, and I'll go and tell you exactly how it works. And they're like, yeah, 100%. Hey, we just go and tell them how it works. You run Facebook ads, blah blah, XYZ, or you do this and this, XYZ, blah blah. And then after about a few minutes of basically like talking to them, you just tell them, I would love to kind of show you, exactly how the system works, and just so I can kind of show you. I want to hop on Zoom with you, kind of show you exactly how everything works, how how the ads are being made, results our clients are seeing, and just things like that. I'll just make it seem that like they have to hop on Zoom with you just for them to see how it works, because you want to show them something that you can't show them on the phone. Exactly, like for example, like you can say like it's a bit complex to kind of explain on the phone, and I kind of want to hop on Zoom with you, kind of show you exactly how it works. I want you to basically like understand the whole system before I take you on as a client. Boom. Now you're gonna book the demo, and then you're gonna close the deal. Now, how to close out a higher percentage is that before they even hop on a call with you, you want to nurture the lead, and by nurturing, it's basically you want to send them some information. So basically, either let's say your testimonials, or your VSL. If you're just starting out, you probably don't have a VSL yet or any testimonials. I'll just kind of set like reminders out, but obviously everyone should have reminders in place. But if you have results in place, let's say like you have a few clients right now, or after you get a client, you want to go and send them basically results. So there's like a screenshot of the ads manager, how many leads you got them, or a video testimony you got from your client, and things like that. I'll go ahead and I'll make you guys a whole new video, kind of explain to you guys the whole back end of our business, or basically exactly how I onboarded clients, how I made sure they're happy, how like I made ads for them, what type of ads I ran, and everything like that. I make a whole different video how to get testimonials and things like that. But you just wanna whatever you have, you're gonna send it to them. A screenshot of ads manager, and also I make a VSL. A VSL is a virtual sales letter. It's a video. It's kind of basically like you explaining your system, but also like you're showing like your social proof. It builds trust. You probably don't have VSL in place yet, but before you run to ads, before you start doing any ads, I'll for sure have a VSL in place. I'll go and make a whole nother video about that, and also how to make a very good VSL. And having a VSL in place and having a good nurture sequence is gonna help you close that higher percentage. That's one thing that we were really good at. That's why we were able to achieve a really good ROAS in our ads. Now, so let's get into paid ads. Once you get to this point, and I recommend, like I see right here, we only went to ads once we made a little bit of money. As you can see right here, once we made 1.4K, now we have money to spend on ads. We have some experience on the fulfillment side. We kind of know how to make ads and everything like that. You're basically going to run B2B ad. Now, this is one thing that we did really different. something that my agency did really different is that we always had really good ads because our offer was always framed the like it's the exact way that the exact way that you want the person to hear it. So what we did is that we ran a only pay per close offer on a sales call. We frame our agency as like like a big thing that's very different, and obviously you always want to get it upfront. So you want to have a really good offer. You just want to have a really good offer that the market wants, and then obviously you want to have an upfront cost of, let's say, 2 or 3K. If you do basically pay per appointment, you do a upfront cost basically only 2K, and then you have them pay like $150 every time you get an appointment. A good offer is, let's say you do a only pay per sit, so basically you pay maybe around 200 sit, and then you can go to frame it as that. Give me on the first, I want you paying the first 10 sits up front, basically. So basically the first 10 sits that they're gonna get, you pay that up front. Basically, like the client will go and pay you up front, and it'll be basically around 2K. And we can start a package where basically it'll be a 2K a month, but then you frame it as like you pay for, let's say, only 10 sits up front, but then every time you get the 10 sits, we charge you another 2K for you get those 10 sits, basically. But as you can see, the ad right here, it's very simple. You can do an image or video. A video ad is more complex. I'm going to make a whole nother video about that, on how to go to make a very good video ad. I'll show you guys examples also. But so have your niche, have a very strong offer, have some urgency, and then have a call to action. Niche, for example, roofers, or let's say or like landscapers, or like solar companies, and then have a very good offer. Only pay when you close. Limited spots available. Urgency by saying like, look, it's not open to everyone. And then a call to action. Go ahead and click learn more to get started. Basically, you give them the steps to do exactly like I saw your image. What do I do from here? You give them the steps. What do you do from there? Now, excuse me. Now, paid ads will be the best way to generate appointments. That's one thing that really has changed our whole agency. I spent about we made 37K, I'm sorry. And we spent 4.4K on ads. So basically, out of 37 grand that we spent, out of 37 grand that we made, we spent $4,000 basically on ads in total. And if you have ads in place, you will always have appointments. It's like it's more like, imagine if you have ads up and you don't have to cold call anymore. So you're just relying on ads to get appointments. And I'll make a whole nother video about that on like the ads part and how to have like a good funnel. Imagine lead ops in, he books an appointment, you have an appointment for tomorrow. Every single day we had a pack calendar of at least 8 to 10 sales calls every single day, and that's how we're able to achieve that. Basically, us closing about around 37K, and I was doing basically 40K a month on average. Now, you need to come in your market with a very strong offer and do what other people are not doing. If you can market your offer correctly, you will print money. And by that I mean is that, so I'm gonna give you a really good example. So let's say you go in solar, right? Now in solar, in the market, it's known that a lot of people have been burnt, right? So if you just run like a only pay per lead, nobody will really buy it because they're like, oh, it's the same thing that I bought. I'm just gonna waste money. But if you came in and said only pay when you close, it sounds like, okay, like you're only gonna get paid if they close deals. So then it's basically trust you more. It's a way better offer. You can print appointments. We're getting appointments around $18 on the ads on this offer. So at about $100 today, we're getting about, I say around 7 to maybe 9 appointments a day. This was in March, and but yeah, like it's a whole different ball game on ads. I'll be honest. If you're doing SMS Blast, go ahead and try your best to go ahead and run a very easy offer to fulfill. And if you want to fulfill, as soon as you get paid, you're going to get into ads. Now, I already went over this on how to close out higher percentage, but yeah, this is pretty much exactly what we did. We did SMS Blasters first. As soon as we got money for ads, we went ahead and switched into ads. And I kind of want you to realize that I didn't just learn this overnight. It took time, but also I sped up the process. And how I sped up the process is that I spent over $50,000 on coaching. Literally. So on info products, I spent over 50 grand, and that's how I was able to learn all this really fast. And obviously, the way I see is that you can pay, like for example, like you can. This is a really good analogy I like to use to people actually. So, if you're inside a forest, let's say you got put in a forest and you're stuck and you have no idea what to do. Now, your whole goal in that forest now is how do I get out and get back home? You can either buy a map and then you have basically like a step by step guide exactly what you should do, or you can go ahead and just try to figure out yourself. Now, obviously, who's gonna get off? Who's gonna get out faster? The guy with the map. That is how it works. So the guy that has the map is gonna get out way faster than the guy that does not have a map. And it's just, um, I'll highly recommend that if you're just starting out or you have anything in place right now, but like you're kind of stuck, pay for mentorships because those would definitely change your life. That's what changed my life. That's how I sped up the process. We literally went from 0 to 50K in literally under 6 months, and it definitely made a big difference. I mean, my fault. Went from 0 to 40K in under 6 months, pretty much. But yeah, that's pretty much everything in this video. If you guys have any questions or anything, go ahead and DM me on Instagram. I'll be happy to respond to you and go ahead and guide you. And but yeah, make sure to follow my IG, and also you can go ahead and comment down below any ideas. If you're struggling with anything, go ahead and comment down below. I'll go ahead and help you guys out, and I'll drop a video on that. But yeah, appreciate you for watching this video, and let's go make this money, man. It's gonna lock in, and I believe in you. And you know, I'm telling you right now, like the person you see right here, 2 years ago, right here, and these pictures, I had no idea I would be right here, exactly where I'm at, in 2 years. You know, but it's just that if you lock in and actually work hard, you will make a change for yourself. And I believe in you, and I know you can do it. So let's go and make this money.